Hey, okay, welcome to the Caribou Data Center. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, friend? Thanks for stopping by. Are you still there, Daniel? I normally don't have my chat window up during until I actually go live. So hopefully you're still there, Daniel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Excellent. So what part of the world do you live in? Brazil. Oh, very nice. Yeah, excellent. Actually, give me a second here because I'm actually going to have some. Actually, my background music is Brazilian. So give me a second to get my tunes going here. Can you hear me okay? How's that? Can you hear the background music? These Brazilian beats are compliments of actually Facebook. Facebook has a business site. On a business that you can download all kinds of free music to play. So let me know how it sounds. Okay, good. Can you hear my voice okay also? So what time is it in your part of the world right now, Daniel? Excellent, yeah. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do tonight. I had a friend who wanted some help who wanted to take this carbon data and they had this carbon data, carbon footprint data, but it's by country and there's no there's no date, but apparently you can do this. Who got it? That's good news. I calculated the per capita carbon footprint divided into population by the carbon footprint, and some of them came out NAs and some of them came out uh, infinites. So anyway, what I might do is change this up here. I'm not sure why that's loud, but I'm going to change this to oh, I hate it when I do that. let's go to over here is. Let's try that instead. So this would be per, rather than per capita, this would be, well, good. So when we change this to per 100,000, it gave us some nice numbers in that case, didn't it? So let's take a look at the scribe again. So it's still giving me an 8, isn't it? That's interesting. All right. So we can do a histogram of carbon footprint. Okay. Yeah, this is just good old-fashioned Python here right now. Okay. Let's try some. What we should do is so tell me, have you done much with ChatGPT or Bard or even Bing Plus? Hey, locked? So let's do something up here. Let's see if ChatGPT can tell us how to fix this problem here. Yeah, I use it quite a bit. I've looked at, I've used it for SQL, I use it for Python, I use it for R coding. I looked at Bard a little bit, and Bard is really close to, I'd say, ChatGPT right now. I'm using the free version of ChatGPT, by the way.
com você voei. Foi como sonhei, ainda ando com a esperança de te ver.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's 20. You know, they have two things. There's a $20 a month GTP4, but then you have the one you can buy like tokens and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if that's ChatGPT or not. I'm not sure if that's GTP4 or not. Okay, so what's that in US dollars? So we'll come back up here. That should just be DF, right? And this should just be DF. Right? Let's try this now. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Yeah, of course the word I came up about ChatGPT, they say sometimes it hallucinates. It basically just completely makes up an answer. That makes no sense whatsoever. And I've certainly seen that. I think sometimes it hallucinates when it's trying to write code or something like that. This is called per capita. So why is it doing this for? Is it saying this isn't there? If you understand this error, be sure to let me know. Now, this is one of those things where you can sit there and you can type an error message in, right? And it'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, here's the correct code. Okay. So you say, oh, great, so you enter code, and you get another error. So you go back and say, hey, this is, I got this error. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the correct code. And sometimes it's like you're running around and you're running around in circles trying to solve a problem. It's like what's wrong with this up here? See? So let's give it a second chance, or maybe even a third chance. Let's come down here. Yeah, it's also not helpful. Oh, good. Let's try something different here then. So it gives us a plan B. That's true. Let's see something here. Well, I do have edge. Well, let's give it. Let's see. You know, we already actually did this. Right, we did this up here someplace. I'll get there in a second. Exceeds size limit. Okay, so let's just give it a second chance, shall we? Let's take this. Put that in here. Nope, this wasn't helpful at all. Okay, let's give it a chance on the second. I wonder what the problem is. What can we do here to fix this? One thing we can do, we can drop a few columns up here. We can drop ISO. Let's see. Let's start with something easier. Region, population. So let's drop ISO. Of course, maybe we should do something easier and try to do some SQL analysis in this data. Anyway, there's this young lady from Tunisia who is asking for help with their projects, and this is one of the data sets she had. She wanted to try to what did she say? She comes up here and she says, I want to predict the poorest regions to implement carbon footprints strategy using this data here. Okay. Let's do this. Let's change this to column since we already looked at it. let's just take this little bit of data right here, and what the heck? Let's go over to Bing.
Senti na brisa a sua voz, deixa eu levar as coisas no ar. Te carrego nas linhas da minha mão como o rio vai pro mar. Quando sinto o peso da vida, olho pro céu da noite, vendo o azul escuro.
Hey, you're welcome. You know, if nothing else, these 8 R's are very polite, you know. Okay, thank you for sharing with me. Here are some common foods of my country and region. The United States has the highest per capita. Holy smoke! Here you go. Brazil and India are the only major economies with below average CO2 emissions per capita. Well, hey, well, congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, very good. Very nice. What happened to my sample data? Sure. NumPy. To draw ISO. You know, that autocomplete is a little bit annoying. Population, region, world region. Let's drop world region also, I guess, Southeast Asia. We want to drop world region. Have you tried to use Bard yet on Google? So the thing is, what this appears to be here is that okay, well that's not a very good answer. That's not a very good answer. So let's go to Bard instead. Yeah, because hang on, I'm gonna get me something to drink. I'll be right back. Yeah. I mean, I've got. Anyway, so here we go. Let's see. You know, they say, like, you should say, you should try to, tell the AI, what it is. You are an expert data analyst, an expert in Python programming language, okay? I'm not sure if it actually makes a difference or not. And I'm not sure if it works for Bard or not. Let's ask it how its Python skills are. I would say, well, okay, see, it's a fairly modest AI. It's okay. I would say my Python programming skills are. So here's a question: what is its strongest programming skill, language skill? Skills are intermediate. I can write basic Python code to solve simple problems, and I'm familiar with many of the Python libraries. Here are some things that I am working on to improve my programming skills. Practicing regularly. The more I code, the better I become. Reading Python books and articles. This helps me learn. Working on Python projects. Participating in online community. This helps me correct other Python. One is a simple web application that allows users to create and manage to-do lists. Another is a data analyst project that uses Pandas to analyze data from social media platforms. Interesting. I find working on Python projects to be a great way to learn and improve my skills. A chatbot, a game, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, really. You say. So what is its? We'll go back to coding here, man. I just got kind of sidetracked. Which? Let's start about. What? No COBOL? That's a pretty impressive list there, and I would say so. Okay. What I do once, I actually had ChatGPT write a Fortran program to calculate what's called the Fibonacci number sequences. So and it did, it worked. Although I would say that probably the thing I did the most I really like is I don't know if you're familiar with Unix or Linux or anything like that, but there on those Unix systems there's a utility called awk or gawk, which is used to parse data and stuff like that. So I said, it's a command line tool, and I said, write me an awk script to calculate descriptive statistics from a column of data. So and it did. It calculates like min, max, mean. I had to calculate the quantiles, 25, 50, 75% quantiles. Had to calculate the all the good stuff. So that's probably the favorite thing I've done with ChatGPT. Okay. And that get it to right that C.
Me olho no espelho, passo batom vermelho e vou. Siga meu conselho.
If I could spell language.
Que a nossa hora chegou. Você sempre dizia que a minha companhia é tudo de bom. Aproveite essa chance de me ter no seu alcance. Aqui estou. Desde que eu te vi, só
That's interesting. I would say my strongest programming language is Python. I am most comfortable with Python. I am able to write code in Python quickly and efficiently. I've admitted that's interesting. This reads like a PR release from the Python community. Python is a general purpose language, easy to learn. Python and C.
contando os dias, eu cantando melodias. Que som. Sempre soube que a saudade só aumenta a vontade de ter alguém. Mas aqui estou, me mostra a beleza de ter tanta certeza e saber o que quer. Aproveite essa chance e se entregue pro romance do jeito que quiser.
I'm written in Python, really.
Sem poder tocar e você estar em suas mãos. Não quero te distrair.
I am a large language model, also as a conversational AI. Chatbot trained to be informative, comprehensive. I am trained on the massive amounts of text data. I am able to communicate in Now, one interesting thing I found that ChatGPT is really useful for is Bible study. I would think so. I would think somewhere in the background there's C++ running ChatGPT. Like I said, the one interesting thing I found that ChatGPT is really useful for is Bible study. I would say something like, what are the 10 most common Hebrew words in this psalm, in Psalm 119? And it listed the Hebrew words with the English translation. And I said, well, what translation are you using? And it says, well, it basically said, well, I'm not actually using a translation. What it uses is it says it uses what's called the ISO 259 standard, which is an international standard for transliterating Hebrew into English, basically. I asked us to write a devotional on certain verses. It wrote me a devotional. Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting, I said, write me a prayer, okay? And uses words like, well, when we pray, we pray to you, Lord. And during the devotional stuff, I use words like we. Okay, I said, well, does we include you? No, we doesn't include me. I don't really have any religious beliefs. We means you and the people you are with there. Something like that. It's kind of odd, and it concluded the prayer by saying, in Jesus' name, which is a very Christian thing to do. But a Jew could have asked the same questions about the Psalms that I did. So why is it assuming that's listener are Christians for? So it's kind of odd. I asked a couple Muslims that I'm acquainted with through the internet. I said, "Hey, go out and use ChatGPT to study the Quran, and let me know what it does." It'd be interesting to see how it understands, the Quran or other religious texts. But anyway, all right. Well, it's not really awkward for it because it doesn't know anything. But I asked it. I said something like, "Well, you know, write a Buddhist prayer based on these verses in the Bible." It's like, well, no, you know, the Buddhists don't really, you know, have this type of, you know, don't really have these verses. But here's a Buddhist prayer. It kind of follows what the verses say. And it wrote me a prayer, and I don't remember what it was, but it wrote me a prayer. Anyway, so. Anyway, back to our original data there, the carbon footprint. Sure, I'm waiting for it to be like, man, you know, I like to help you, but I'm really tired right now. I really had a rough day. Can we do this tomorrow? Or be like, here I am, the brain the size of a planet, and you want to know how to make a histogram. Okay. Okay.
Chega nessa festa, sente a lua cheia, beijo na bochecha, vai que relampeia. Chega do meu lado, chove no molhado, se perdeu no laço do meu rebolado. Chora miudinho, fala teu ouvido, despertando o cio da minha libido. Chupa que é de cana, mais que doce mel, chupa que é de uva, me leva no céu. Lambe-se, lambuza, nunca se recusa, me acende a chama. Chama. Chega de chuvisco, vem de tempestade, fica na vontade da minha maldade. Se é sim ou não, o X da questão, desce balançando até o chão. Chega mais, choque, cheque, mate no escuro. Chega mais, choque, desce, sobe mais. Chega mais, choque, cheque, mate no escuro.
So what do you think?
Chega mais, choque, desce, sobe mais.
Use code with caution. Oh, now here's an interesting thing about it. Here, look at this. Export this code to Colab. So we can come over here somehow. Look how this over here. Export to Colab. Now this is pretty cool. It can write the code and export it to Colab. Huh? What do you think about that trick? Let's come down here and copy this. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, what the heck? Let's just start a new file. Give it a chance. Let's see. I also tried Huggy Face also, by the way. Let's save Huggy. Have you looked at Huggy Face yet? That's another one. All right. Let's see something. Let's split this up into some chunks here. Well, Huggy Face's claim to fame is that it's open source. Uh, Bard has been around, but it's only the last say week when it actually, what actually said it actually had the ability to program. Okay, let's take this. I'm glad you like the beats. Facebook. Facebook has a, I wonder if I can find it here quickly. Let's see something. Business Facebook. Okay. And how did I find it? Was it All Tools? Yeah, so you go to Business Facebook. Okay. All Tools. And it should be this. Yeah. So I come over here and put, let's pick the genre, Brazilian. And all this is free music. And I probably got 50 songs, something like that, off of here for free. So you get all these moves, durations, vocals, so forth, off of Okay, good. There's our head. Yeah, I actually found it. Yeah, I actually found it through a video on YouTube about free music. YouTube used to have some also, but I don't know if they have that much free music anymore. Okay, let's drop ISO. And world region. Oh, there it is. I'm like, well, what happened to the code? Oh, there it is. Let's come up here. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how to calculate the carbon footprint for 100,000 people. See if you can look at the data and see the. The 100,000 people. So will it recognize the population column? No, that's not quite what we're looking for, is it? This will return, that's the first one up here. This code will return the total carbon footprint for each country in units of metric tons per 100,000 people. Because if we divide by population, that would give you the carbon footprint per capita. So what are we really looking for? Is this what we're looking for? This code will divide the carbon footprint. Oh. Yeah. Let's just put them both up here then. And we'll take a look and decide then which one we really want. Let's ask her this, how can I for each region? Okay, this doesn't make any sense. That doesn't seem right to me. Curious. I don't quite understand. Okay, so first it's calculating the total total population. Yeah, I guess that's right. Let's just see what happens. Oops. I just add a plot onto the end of this. Now look at that. Huh. That's pretty spiffy. That's just the... Okay. Let's make a plot, if we can, of the countries with the 5 highest per capita copper, and a second plot of those countries with the 5 lowest. Okay. Yeah, let's see how smart you are now. Oh, this is interesting. So it went back and recreated the entire code.
As nuvens no verão acabaram de trazer outro calor. Brilham raios do sol pra onde existe amor. Leves com a brisa. Areia lá do rio, terra vermelha que vai me curar. Melodia no violão, cidade já começou a tocar. Existe alegria. Vamos sair dessa solidão. Vem sentir o céu abrir. Tristeza não mais. Já se foi, se foi. Amor, amanheceu. Eu vou pra onde floresceu.
Pretty daggone spiffy, I must say.
Eu vou pra onde floresceu o amor.
Oh, by the way, if there's anybody else out there lurking in the background, hey, don't be shy, okay? Don't be shy. Just stop by the chat session. Join me and Daniel here as we continue to explore the wonderful world of Bard GBT, okay? Bard AI, okay? Yes. So far, Bard has done a pretty good job. We just created a plot where the top five, well, it says top 5 countries, but there's only 4 listed. Okay. In terms of per capita carbon footprint. Okay. And here's the 4. Well, the obvious question, is this really a fair, how do you compare 2 countries? That could be, that's the real issue. But anyway, Ghana, Mongolia. Then we got the bottom 5 countries. right. Now another question might be is how can we compare countries? Or maybe what we can do is so what we really want to do, we want to calculate the per capita we want to compare the country's per capita carbon footprint to that of the regions. Okay, and then if it's above the regions, then we want to maybe have a flag that's being above, and if it's below the regional average, then have it labeled as below.
Have you heard the news today? It seems we don't have more to wait. It's time to come back home. Hey, come on.
Now we did in fact do the
There's no reason to be afraid.
regions up here, right?
My hand and
Yeah.
vamos embora pra casa, nem pense em ficar de fora. Deixar de lado esse troço que a sua mente inventou. Vamos embora pra casa, nem pense em ficar de fora. Deixar de lado esse troço que a sua mente inventou. Vamos embora pra casa, nem pense em ficar de fora. Deixar de lado esse troço que a sua mente inventou. Vamos embora pra casa, nem pense em ficar de fora. Deixar de lado esse troço que a sua mente inventou. Que a sua mente inventou.
You're back.
Troca de energia numa sintonia, conexão maior. Se liga o tempo que corre, que passa e não perdoa. Não fique à toa esperando a boa cair do ar. Agora é a hora lá fora, a vida segue voando.
Not as part of this data set, no. That's what it said, yeah, but this data set doesn't have it. Okay, let's see if it can.
Na conexão. Carnaval é minha, quem é da folia, tá de bem com a vida. Na real, na real. Troca de energia numa sintonia, conexão maior. Se liga aí. Se liga o tempo que corre, que passa e não perdoa. Não para não. Não fica à toa esperando uma boa cair do ar. Agora é a hora lá fora, a vida segue voando.
Let's see if we can think of some more data.
Não vai aprender a voar. Diz aí, diz aí. Vai zazar. Diz aí, vai.
Okay. We don't have GDP. Trends in carbon footprint over time. The trouble is, comparison. Yeah, we don't have some of this data.
Conexão maior. Conexão maior.
Hmm. We've already got this one, right? Yeah, I don't have GDP here. Take a look at the second one here. Okay. The second problem is we don't have any data on this. Now, let's just switch over to ChatGPT. Hey, you're welcome. Now, it seems like, let's just do some. Is it per capita? You know, it could be, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure. Now, normally on ChatGPT, I could say, give me 3 more examples of EDA or 3 more plots, and it'll do that also. But anyway, let's come up here. We got all this taken care of. Anyway, in your absence, I had to plot the top 5 countries with the highest per capita carbon footprint. Then I had to plot the 5 countries with the lowest carbon footprint. So let's go right here and see if this will work. No, we'll stop it. Okay, so here's our histogram. There's one plot. So I think overall, I think ChatGPT may be a little better in coding. So here's our scatter plot. Oops. Oh, stop it. So here's the question. Now that we got the mean, can we compare the mean to the country to the regional mean, which is this part of, which is n? Yeah, we'll see how smart it is now. Let's see how smart it is. Let's see if I can understand my cryptic request there. Sure, here's an example. You know, like I said before, you sit there, right, and the code doesn't run. You say, oh, there's something wrong here. And it'll say, oh, I'm sorry, here's the correct code. then 9 times out of 10, the correct code doesn't run either. So here's our regional mean again. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? So we're calculating the regional mean, footprint level, apply lambda. I don't really understand the lambda function and stuff like that. And if the regional means, so this would be the carbon footprint for the country is less than the regional means. Well, this is close. Okay, so yeah, so if it's less than the carbon footprint, let's see if this will run. Oh, sorry about that. Tag on it. We actually wanted to print this here, right? Look at this. Look at that. Or you not.
E agora, o que faço com esse amor?
Not bad, huh? Pretty, that wasn't the best description, but I was able to figure it out. So what do you think? Do you think that ChatGPT still has the lead in the programming AI area?
Como faço pra esquecer o que eu não posso ter, mas quero viver aqui. Pode ser que a gente não seja pra ser. Ou talvez ao tempo cabe dizer que enquanto houver amor, vou acreditar em nós.
Apparently, there's already some companies who are starting to panic over this because they're concerned about proprietary data being thrown out here on this AI system. I think if you try to avoid AI, you're going to be in trouble. I mean, it's because the organizations that embrace this type of technology are eventually going to take a lead. I think. I could be wrong, of course. I would say I'm more wrong than right, but I just think to say, oh, this isn't good, this and that can happen. Well, yeah, you know what? Any technology can be used for good or evil. I mean, We'll charge AI companies now. Well, the question is, will ChatGPT replace Stack Overflow? I don't think so. I don't think it's there yet. So, we will try to create a plot for each region. And for the countries in that region that's below the average, the mean average, we want the plot to be green. And if it's above the average, we want the plot to be with. Okay.
Hoje eu acordei com o coração acelerado. Olhei o telefone e não achei o seu recado. Onde será que está você agora? Um quarto muito grande na cidade tão pequena. Pensando no seu rosto eu sintonizo minha antena. Eu vivo procurando teu sonho.
Now, I'll tell you one thing. I have actually used ChatGPT to make a couple of nice maps. You know, I did a really good job in Python of creating a couple of maps I wanted to do. Well, that'd be interesting. Could we make a plot, a map by region? Anyway.
Hoje eu acordei com o coração acelerado. Olhei o telefone e não achei o seu recado. Onde será que está você agora? Num quarto muito grande na cidade tão pequena. Pensando no seu rosto eu sintonizo minha antena. Eu vivo procurando teu sorriso, porque preciso muito ainda de você. Eu estou mal, estou morrendo de saudade. Não é legal, essa distância é maldade. Manda um sinal, dizendo é mais que amizade. E cicatriz esse meu peito tão rasgado de paixão. Eu estou mal, estou morrendo de saudade. Não é legal, essa distância é maldade. Manda um sinal, dizendo é mais que amizade. E cicatriz esse meu peito tão rasgado de paixão. Cicatriz esse meu peito tão rasgado de paixão. E cicatriz esse meu peito tão
Let's see how it does with this request. So what's supposed to do is supposed to create two plots. It's supposed to create a plot for each region. And then depending on whether or not the countries in the regions carbon footprint is above or below the regional average, it's supposed to either make a red or a green bar. Giggle, 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 I say. Wait, did you just say GDP? No one said anything about GDP. If CFP, carbon footprint, okay, good.
Tudo que eu quero agora é passar minha vida inteirinha com você. E quanto mais o tempo passa, mais eu sei que quando é pra ser é tão fácil de ver. É impossível não acreditar no que o tempo tem pra dizer.
We've seen this before. Loop through each region and create a bar plot with color-coded bars for each country. Subset the data for current region. Create a list of colors where the bar is based on where the country's it's above or below the regional mean. Well, let's see what happens, shall we? Oh no! Oops. I keep forgetting it's not data, it's DF. Yeah, I know. So have you done much R programming at all? What do you think about this now? Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh man! Is this sweet or what? So for the Middle East, Central, so it plotted the mean, and now we got these numbers here. Now we could of course change it so maybe that those below the mean are negative possibly. So here's the countries that are above the mean: shame, Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Arabia Republic, Pakistan, shame. Asian Pacific, China, shame on China, Mongolia. Well, most Latin American countries are below the mean average. Very nice. Congratulations, Latin American countries. Of course, look over here, and Africa's doing quite well also. It's got a few crazy exceptions, but look at all these countries below the mean for the region. Go green or go home, right? I'll be right back. This is nice. You know what we really need? We need a map. We need a map. If the countries below its regional average, it's going to be green. If it's above, the country's going to be red. Yes, I definitely think we need a map at this point. It's unfortunate that the Lung Liam help with this project isn't here watching us work tonight.
olhos fechados pra não dar cegueira. Te amo, cabra cega, não é brincadeira. Te amo o tempo todo até segunda-feira. Te amo, só te amo, sem olhar fronteira. Te amo, sou prolixo, mais que faladeira. Te amo, não me importa, queira ou não queira. Te amo a metade.
Okay, I thought maybe I can catch it off guard. Now, here's the thing. It does track your email address, and that must be how to keep track of all your prompts. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I haven't really written one line of code yet. Okay?
Te amo em silêncio pra não dar bandeira. Te amo olhos fechados pra não dar cegueira. Te amo cabra cega, não é brincadeira. Te amo o tempo todo até segunda-feira. Te amo, só te amo, sem olhar fronteira. Te amo, sou prolixo, mais que faladeira. Te amo, não me importa, queira ou não queira. Te amo a metade e também inteira. Te amo sem ter plano, sem era nem beira. Te amo mais que a força de uma fogueira. Te amo mais a vida corre como esteira. Te amo e te queria como companheiro.
You know, there's some organizations, I think even countries, that are really starting to panic over the technology before it even really gets hold. So let's see if we can make a map with the countries whose carbon footprint is less than the regional average. Pandas? Oh no. What's Pandas? This looks like a
Espíritos da noite vagam tontos pelas ruas.
Windows administrator.
Inocentes nem percebem que por aí anda solta uma múmia.
So are you a Python programmer then, or R programmer, database administrator? What's your current life status?
Se a sua vontade.
Rev Dev 8. Okay, very good. I'm in college. First semester. Oh my goodness. Do you already have a college degree, or is this going to be your first degree?
Eu sei
Make sure you keep your pip up to date, okay?
que eu vou te encontrar.
So,
Mandei flores pra Iemanjá.
There, so I got my latest pip installed.
tudo que tinha pra te dar. Guardei.
Your first college degree, okay. See, so are you basically a self-taught web development guy?
Me diz por que tem que ser assim, tão difícil de conhecer. Alguém que sinta tanto amor
Geopanda.
por mim.
Yeah, normally when it made March, when it was making maps, it was using a different program. I don't recall what it is now. Well, exactly that you're a self-taught web dev guy then. So are you front end or back end web development? Here's the thing. I wouldn't have any idea how to create this plot, not even in R. Okay, I'm a decent R guy, but nothing like this. Okay, and certainly not the map. If this map works, okay, which I at this point I fully expect it to work. Now, supposedly there is a way okay. So have you done any Python programming at all? Any SQL? How long have you been doing how long have you been doing web dev work? Hey, but you don't have. You know what? But you know who is? ChatGPT is an expert, as you can see. So let's see if this will run. Let's make sure we got everything changed up here. Oh no! Okay, so now we got an error. Okay. Now here's where the fun begins. It'll probably apologize for the error and then give me some new code. The question is, will the new code fix the problem? I apologize for the error. The label argument is not recognized in the legend keywords parameter of the plot method. Oh, okay. Here is an update. Let's come back up here. Let's say this wasn't helpful. Okay, so what it does then, it gives you a second set of code. So are you trying to move, you want to be a full stack, okay. So you're not interested in data science or data analytics, anything like that? Doesn't sound familiar, but I honestly, I haven't read a lot of programming books. I don't think I read any books on Python, as far as I know. I've done R programming for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm completely self-taught, and I'm an amateur. I do data analytics as a hobby, believe it or not. As odd as that may seem. So let's try this new wonderful code. You know, and sometimes what happens, you get this error and it says, oh, I'm sorry, here's some new code. And you run the new code and it's like, oh, you get another error. So you say, oh, here's another error I got. Oh, here you go, try this code instead. You say you try that code, you get a third error. You kind of, fluent Python. Well, I guess, you know, I first started working with SQL back like 20 some years ago. It is a good apologist. Unfortunately, sometimes it's, you got to be careful if you accept its apologies. Let's see if this code works. Because the first one didn't work. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Try this instead." Oh shit! There, right? No, that's not right. I could probably do a search and replace for data if I wanted to. One way to do it. So the question is, will this work? You know, while we're here, we might as well, let's see if this works first of all. The moment of truth. Okay, let's try this one more time, just to make sure I didn't change something I shouldn't have changed. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's do this. So now it's asking me which code's better, because this was the original code. Here's the answer. Let's get rid of this. Edit. Replace. So let's replace data. I'll find data. Change it with df. Oh, that's probably too many. Let's come back down here.
de repente, aonde você quiser ir, eu vou sempre. E pode crer que pra cada porta que a vida
Let's
trancar,
try this.
acho uma janela pra você pular. E cada tristeza que você sentir, acho uma razão pra você sorrir, amor. Pode contar comigo que eu vou. Conta sempre comigo que eu vou. Se entrega, te pego aonde quer que você for. Se joga e cuido de você, meu amor. Conta sempre comigo, sei que eu vou. O jeito que
So here's the second error.
foi tão de repente, aonde você quiser ir, eu vou. Sempre, sempre pode crer que pra cada porta que a vida trancar, acho uma janela pra você pular. E cada tristeza que você
Let's try something a little crazy.
sente, uma razão pra você
Let's come over here. Let's get rid of this one again. Oh, by the way, I'm running Python 3.11.3. And do this. Let's just okay. See if this will work. It's easier to change the name of the data frame than it is to go in and change all the extra code. Let's come up here. You know, originally it sort of ran, right? It gave us a sort of it gave us a map with the countries that are below average highlighted, okay, but we got an error on something or other. So let's input the new code. First, let's wait and see if it finds any error messages. Should it? Well, not exactly. Let's get rid of all this here. Let's just make sure. So see, it did create a map, but oh man. Oh darn! I was wrong again. So I mean, it basically gave us the map, right? Let's do this. But you know, I would say this is a pretty doggone good night's work, if you ask me. Okay, to make the countries that are not below average mean gray, do this. You can add your argument missing somethings to the plot.
Sempre tão linda e tão distante. Ah, lua no céu, sempre tão leve e tão brilhante. Me lembra quem eu sou.
You know, every now and then, everything pretty much works, but nights like this are rare. Most of the time, it's like, oh crap, now what's wrong?
Pra respirar, pra respirar.
Well, this is pretty doggone close. But it was supposed. It was supposed to make the rest of the countries gray. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Lua no céu, sempre tão linda e tão distante.
Okay, let's make it a dark gray. Maybe it's just too light.
Há farol no meio do mar, guiando meu barco pra me iluminar. E nessas ondas me deixo levar, livre e longe de todos os problemas. Quero viver assim, navegar por todos os cantinhos, guardar o pôr do sol. E quando me perco, sempre tenho a luz do farol. Há farol no meio do mar que me ensina a confiar. E quando a noite me vem abraçar, me desamarro de todas as tristezas.
Hmm.
Quero viver assim, navegar por todos os cantinhos, guardar o
Well, will this work? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the time. All the time. Yeah, that's the thing. What we you sit there and it says, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, XYZ doesn't work." So it gives you it gives you corrected code. Well, then the corrected code doesn't work. So you go and paste the error in again. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the correct code." So it's kind of funny, actually. It's like, for heaven's sakes. You know what we could do is, and here, this doesn't look like a map either. Let's see. So let's come up here. And let's have it actually start from scratch as far as this goes. This is not helpful. Oh, here's a new answer. Well, this should fix everything. And that's the problem. It isn't a substitute for programming knowledge. Okay. Because I don't know what the problem is. Did I miss something here? Yeah, no, let's try this again. You know, the original map wasn't that bad, except it's just that it didn't show the rest of the world. Oops. What do you mean matplotlib isn't defined? What are you talking about? What copy does is it actually makes a whole different copy of the data frame. Well, if you do this is sort of like what's called a symbolic link or a reference. It references this code, the data frame, and if the data frame changes, then this data will change. But if you do df copy, it makes a copy of the data frame, an independent copy. So if df changes, the copy doesn't change. Okay. That's already up there. I don't know what it means that Python at matplotlib isn't defined. We'll have to put it up here just to humor it. What do you mean matplotlib isn't defined? What does that mean? Yeah, matplotlib collars is defined up here. Matplotlib and matplotlib collars are both up there. Of course, then again, maybe I didn't actually. Then again, maybe I didn't actually reload it. Don't know what that means. The same error is right over here. That doesn't make any sense. You know what the error is? Neither answer is better. That's already up there. Okay. Oh yeah, all the time. It's much more than you. It's much such accurate than you. Maybe it's hallucinating now. It thinks that. Maybe this is called a hallucination. It thinks it's got the right answer, but it really doesn't. So it just kind of wanders off in Neverland and keeps suggesting code. How about if we use a different mapping library? Okay, the one we've used before, I used before, is this up here. So yeah, let's use a. Hey, thanks so much for your time, Daniel. Hey, be sure to click that bell icon so you be notified whenever I go live, all right? And click the like button for me also. And invite 10 of your friends next time, okay? Talk to you later, Daniel. Thanks so much for your time.
For de querer viver, encontrar soluções e não os culpados. Hoje o malandro bom sabe lidar com os fatos. Take
It's nice of Daniel to take some time out from his evening to stop by and chat.
Será que a gente pode conversar? Colocar aqueles pingos nos is. Que tal? Melhor viver a vida intensamente. Não tem por que sofrer desilusão. Não dá pra saber se é de verdade a gente sente. Deixa fluir, sentir o coração. Não tem explicação. Yeah, yeah. Ter você é tudo que é de bom pra mim. Quero amar, é só você dizer que sim. Ter você é tudo que é de bom pra mim. Yeah. Quero amar, é só você dizer que sim.
Well, I've actually had good luck with that Fulham well, here's the thing. We the original map worked okay. Right? Of course, that wasn't good enough. We had to try to tweak it, and then it broke. If you watched some other videos, you know that ChatGPT. I think what we learned tonight, first of all, is that Bard still has a way to go. Okay, it doesn't take hints as well as ChatGPT does, because you say ChatGPT do some more EDA. It'll do whatever EDA it needs to do to. Okay. And you can say things like, "Make me 3 more plots," and it'll come up with 3 more plots in order to get stuff to work. Now, I say this is probably the best plots of this evening. Again, this is Middle East countries, carbon footprints. This is the mean for the region. The green is the countries below the region, below that mean. Again, okay. And that was, and that's probably, I would say that may be the most complicated coding question I asked, coding question I asked this evening. Originally, we started out by saying having to create a new column, and if the country's carbon footprint was less than the mean, it was going to write below. If it's above the mean, it's going to write above. Then we decided to go one step further and do these plots here. And I want to emphasize here that, well, I would say 90 to 95% of the code here you saw on the screen right now was written by ChatGPT. And it was pretty accurate. It was pretty accurate up to this last plot. Okay. And of course, I'm glad that Daniel appreciated the Brazilian beats in the background here. And if you are in the background, this is either speak now or forever hold your peace, because I'm about ready to bring this session to a close. Again, thanks so much for Daniel. If you are in the background, step up now and say hi. Or at least be sure to click on that like button for me, and also click on the subscribe button. And of course, click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I go live. All right. With that, folks, I'm going to bring this session, evening sessions, to a close. Again, we'll see you back over here tomorrow evening about 9 p.m. Eastern Time. For you folks outside the U.S., that's New York City time or East Coast time, okay? Thanks so much again, Daniel, and anybody in the background, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow evening.